Picture this. It's a dark night. Raining a little bit. Not pouring, but enough to need an umbrella. Kind of creates a little mist in the city. You're a thug. You see someone walking with a purse and you just have to have it. You take it and notice that everyone is staring at you. You need a quick getaway. Eventually you find your sanctuary after running for a little bit. A dark alleyway. No one would go down there. It's long, but you decide to run down it anyway. You run down there, you'll be safe. You start making your way down there. You can feel the cold air around you, and you start to pant a little bit as it leaves your lungs, leaving a little mist as it comes out. You get 3/4 of the way down there. Suddenly, you think you're home free. You think everything's gonna be fine. Until a shadowy figure lands directly in front of you. Cold, piercing eyes staring back at you. You realize you know who this is. As you feel your pulse quicken, your palms sweat. It's Batman. You realize you can turn the other way and run as fast as you can. You turn and run. He stands there, staring at you. You almost get to freedom, away from the bat, till another figure in a uniform falls and lands directly in front of you. He has a bird on his chest and a smile on his face and 2 Eskrima sticks in his hand. What do? And you're surrounded by Nightwing and Batman. Great question. Hey, let's get into it. Do you have a minute to talk about 2 of my favorite superheroes of all time? Greetings, Bat family, and welcome to another exciting episode of Matt's Minutes. Today, we're going to be talking about something that I really enjoy, and I've been asked a lot. Those of you that know me know that Nightwing is my favorite superhero of all time, and that might shock some people given my love for The Dark Knight, and he is number 2, but Nightwing barely beats him out. So today I kind of want to talk about why. Why does Nightwing beat out Batman? And it really comes down to really 2, maybe 3 reasons. So without any further ado, let's get into their backstories first. To start off this list, we will start with The Dark Knight. Now, most of you are probably really familiar with his backstory. He goes to see a play or a movie, depending on who's writing, and there's a thug that steps out of an alleyway and kills both of his parents. Bruce Wayne then decides to go out and avenge his parents by becoming a master detective, martial artist, all these different skills. He even gets trained by the League of Assassins, who are basically a bunch of ninjas. And he can easily go toe-to-toe with any of them and win. Maybe not Raish. Well, yeah, even Raish, the leader. Or Raz, depending on your pronunciation. Anyway, then he returns to Gotham and becomes the Dark Knight himself, Batman, due to his fear of bats and him wanting to instill fear into the hearts of criminals. Short, sweet, and to the point. Skipping a beat, let's go into Nightwing, or Dick Grayson. Richard John Grayson was born to 2 trapeze artist parents and eventually did join the circus group known as the Flying Graysons. That's his last name and his parents. Unfortunately, they were killed by a mobster, and Dick Grayson was left as an orphan. However, luck be have it, Bruce Wayne was in the audience that night and adopted young Dick and took him in to become Robin. After a fallout due to Robin's involvement with the Teen Titans, and sometimes it's also a fallout between him and Bruce. You know, again, it depends on which continuity and who's writing it. Bottom line is, they had a falling out. Robin wanted to be his own hero and confided in Superman, who told him the story of 2 Kryptonian heroes. I believe it was Sunfire or Firebird or something, I don't remember the other one. And the other one is Nightwing. Dick Grayson, being so inspired by the story, decided to take up the name Nightwing and be his own superhero in the city of Bloodhaven, though he still did work for the Titans for a while. Make sense? Alright, cool. Now the backstories are out of the way, so let's get into the actual reasons why I prefer Nightwing to Batman. Alright, reason number 1 is super easy. It is because Nightwing is hilarious. If you've ever heard him or seen him fight in the comics or in, adaptations or something, Nightwing is cracking jokes the whole time that he's fighting. which I think is amazing and great. And Bruce is all like, "Oh, I'm Batman. Oh, I'm Batman. I'm gonna beat you up." Well, Nightwing's like that too, but he's also like, cracking jokes about him while he's doing it. So I just think that's a cool way of doing things. But the reason why he does this actually leads into number 2. The second reason why I prefer Dick Grayson to Batman is because of the way they dealt with their personal tragedy, as well as the impact that had on them. So for those that aren't aware, Bruce never really got over the death of his parents. In fact, it's basically his motivation for being Batman, which is pretty cool that he's using it in that way, but he never actually coped with it. So as a result, you see Bruce wanting this justice or vengeance, depending on who's writing the book or the movie or whatever he's in, and that defines him. That need for justice or revenge defines Bruce Wayne to the point that it's almost like Batman is the true identity, not Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is just a show to keep his company running, but Batman's his actual personality. That's almost how it comes off. And so he never really coped with that. And I'm not entirely sure he wanted to fully get over the death of his parents. Now, don't quote me on that, but that's just my opinion as a fan. Now, Nightwing, on the other hand, coped with this. He coped with this unspeakable tragedy of losing his parents at such a young age. And as a result, he's not defined by that tragedy. He's not defined by this darkness. And so because of this, Dick Grayson and Nightwing are the same person. It's not like he has a different persona when he's Dick Grayson and he has a different one when he's Nightwing, like Bruce Wayne and Batman do. Dick Grayson and Nightwing are the same person. And that really kind of goes to show, how big of an impact getting over this tragedy is for Dick Grayson and how much Batman really struggles with this. And now kind of thinking about it, the light that Dick Grayson brings from overcoming his trauma shows up in all areas of his life. So for example, Dick and Bruce are incredible leaders. Bruce Wayne has led the Justice League multiple times on certain missions and is a founding member of it, while Dick Grayson is a founding member of the Teen Titans and has been their leader on more than one occasion. So they both have a lot of experience leading and ordering others. The difference is Dick Grayson is known for his kindness, for his support, for encouraging others and bringing them to their best. And Batman's almost known for the exact opposite. Not entirely, but there are members of the League that are scared of Batman. That shows a lot. Not to mention, Batman has a contingency plan to take down every single member of the Justice League. Nightwing doesn't think that's needed and wouldn't do that. He encourages them to be better versions of themselves. And so I think there was even one comic where Dick Grayson led the Justice League and did a fantastic job. Don't quote me on that. I can't quote that exact comic strip, so I might, but But just goes to show. Or even with the Bat family themselves. Batman is the kind of father figure to all of them, where the jury's still out on Jason Todd, but he is like the founding member of the Bat family and kind of the dad of the Bat family. And he plays that role really, really hard. Like, he is a very demanding father. Dick Grayson is the older brother. He is the standard all the other Robins shoot for, but he also encourages them to get to that point. And he has a unique relationship with all the other Robins. Even Jason Todd, who has not had the best life, almost called Dick Grayson his brother, which is a huge thing. Tim Drake has always admired Dick Grayson, even before he was Robin, and Damian considers Nightwing to be his brother and has even hugged him on multiple occasions, giving us many tear-jerking moments in comics, which is huge for Damian because Bruce really doesn't do that, even though Damian is his biological son. But So that kind of goes to show that Nightwing is this light and encourages all of those around him and makes their lives brighter. Batman is almost a darkness that kind of takes the light from others to an extent. Now, not in every situation is Dick Grayson the light, and same thing with Bruce. Sometimes Bruce is, or can be, the encouraging force needed, and sometimes Dick Grayson can bring others down, just in general. Now, some of you are probably asking, why is that important? Why does that mean that Nightwing is better than Batman? And hear me out on this. When I was trying to figure out whether I preferred Batman to Nightwing, they were pretty much dead even, because some of them have better skills than others, like Nightwing is the better acrobatic, but Bruce is the better detective, though not by much. You know, like, they're pretty much dead even. So when it came to why I prefer one over the other, I think heroes should inspire people, and Nightwing is much more inspiring than Bruce. You know, Bruce is defined by his trauma and made that his driving focus in life. While Nightwing shows people, you don't have to be defined by this trauma. I'm not in here. Let me help you get over yours as well. I think that is so inspiring, and really just that pushes him that much more just ahead of Batman to be a better hero. You know, just a hero that can tell people, I know this bad thing happened, but it doesn't define you. It doesn't make you who you are. Let's figure out who you are together. Let's go and make you better. The best version of yourself that you can possibly be. That's a hero. And that is why I prefer Nightwing to Batman, and why Nightwing is my favorite hero. And our minute is up for today. However, I'm thinking about doing a full video on my top 10 favorite DC heroes. I could also do one on my top 10 favorite Marvel heroes if you'd rather hear me do that. So just let me know if you would like to hear that in the comment section down below. Spoiler, you probably already know numbers 1 and 2, but anyway, the rest of them, it's still a cool list. Anyway, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest content. If you like this video, please give it a like. And thank you guys so much for tuning in today. It really means a lot. And I will see you guys later.